The driving school's test course stretched empty under the afternoon sun, but inside the car, failure hung thick.
Fifth time. I panicked again. The cones were right there.
The examiner left without a word, his silence louder than any scolding. In the administrator's office, his file sat among dozens of successful graduates.
Daiichi, we've noticed your difficulty. We're assigning you to someone special.
Daiichi braced for another name he'd soon disappoint.
Misaki. She has a perfect record. Not a single failure.
Misaki? The legend? She only takes top students.
Surprisingly, she asked to take your case. She'll see you tonight at 9 p.m.
By evening, the lot was deserted. Only one car's headlights cut the dusk. In the passenger seat, a woman with wine-red hair checked her clipboard, a smirk playing on her lips. Daiichi opened the door and slid behind the wheel. The air conditioning hummed.
Daiichi, right? I've been looking forward to meeting you.
Yes. Thank you for taking me on.
You're going to fail again.
She already decided? Without even seeing me drive?
Don't worry. That's the plan.
She said it so calmly, like reporting the weather.
I'll be your last instructor, and you won't pass until I decide you're ready.
This is some kind of game to her.
The dashcam recorded every second, its red light a silent witness.
We begin tomorrow, 9 p.m. Don't be late.
The next evening, the clock hit 8:55. Daiichi waited in the car, the dashcam's red light pulsing in the dark.
Why did she choose me? I fail everyone who tries to help.
The passenger door opened without a knock.
Good evening. You're early. That's a first.
I didn't want to be late.
Before we drive, tell me why you need a license so badly.
A job in another prefecture. They'll cancel the offer if I fail.
And after 5 failures, what makes you think this time is different?
She doesn't sugarcoat anything. I don't know. But if I fail again, I'm trapped.
Stuck? You don't like this city?
It's not that. It's just, I need to prove I can do something right.
For 10 minutes they sat. She asked about his family, hobbies, fears.
What scares you most about driving?
Everything. The noise. The pressure. I'm afraid I'll freeze and hurt someone.
That's more honest than most of my students.
You're not like the other instructors. They just yell corrections.
All your lessons will be at 9 p.m., exclusively with me, no one else.
Why so late? And why only you?
Daytime has too many distractions, and I don't trust anyone else with your case.
She's controlling every minute. But maybe that's what I need.
The dashcam recorded the silence. 2 people in a car that hadn't moved. Weeks slipped by in the dark. Every session at 9 p.m., the dashcam whirring, recording conversations that never left the car. She drilled him on every turn, every brake, never yelling, never backing down.
Again, the turn was too wide. Trust the apex, not your fear.
She never lets up. But my hands, they barely shake now.
Misaki blocked every other instructor from his schedule. She claimed special needs, but the truth was quieter.
I'm the only one who can handle you, Daiichi. No one else gets it.
I'm not a patient, Misaki. I just need to pass.
You will. On my terms.
After 6 weeks, the mock test course looked like a solved puzzle. Cones no longer menaced, they just stood.
Tomorrow, mock exam, 9 p.m. Don't be early.
I'm ready. I have to be.
The mock test ran under floodlights. An examiner in the back, clipboard. Misaki silent in the passenger seat. Daiichi executed every maneuver with precision. Parallel park, emergency stop, hill start. No points lost.
No mistakes. Not one.
Passed.
Yes. So, we schedule the real test. My job starts in 2 months. I can finally...
We'll take the real one in 3 months.
3 months? That's after my deadline. I can't wait.
Then I'll speak to your employer. You're not ready for public roads. Patience.
Not ready? I just nailed it perfectly. Something stinks.
Trust the process, Daiichi. It's the only way.
The dashcam's red eye kept watching, recording the silence that followed. Daichi walked straight to the dispatch office, the dashcam's silence still ringing in his ears. Inside, Taku looked up from his monitors, concern hitting his face the moment he saw Daichi.
Daichi? You look like you failed again. What happened?
I passed the mock exam, but Misaki said the real test is in 3 months.
3 months? That's way past your deadline. She knows that.
Something stinks. She's been too controlling from the start.
She's locked every slot for you. No other instructor can touch your training.
Taku's fingers flew across the keyboard, pulling up exam histories.
Wait, your last 2 real tests. The examiner code is Misaki's.
On screen, 2 fail stamps, signed Misaki.
She was my examiner? I thought it was always a neutral official.
It should be, but she personally signed off on your failures.
Taku cross-referenced the mock scores. High marks. Yet the real test results were suspiciously low.
Daichi, your mock numbers don't match the failure reports. They docked points for mistakes you never made.
She deliberately failed me. All those conversations, were they just to keep me quiet? Why would she do this? She's the best in the prefecture.
I don't know, but it's not a mistake. This is sabotage.
The proof sat frozen on the monitor. A perfect record, except for one name.
She's been playing me from day one, but why go through all that trouble just to fail me?
What are you going to do?
I'm getting an answer. Tomorrow night.
He left the room with the truth heavy in his chest, but the why still missing. The next night, the car felt different. Daichi didn't bother with politeness. Misaki slid into the passenger's seat, her usual smirk forming until she saw his face.
Don't. We need to talk. No more calm instructor act.
Oh? Something happened?
He turned off the engine. The silence sharpened.
I saw the records. The real exams, your examiner code, you failed me personally.
So you found out.
Why? Why would you do that? I trusted you.
I had my reasons.
Reasons? What possible reason could justify sabotaging someone's future? My job is on the line.
For the first time, her composure cracked. She looked away.
You're just cruel. You enjoyed watching me suffer, didn't you?
That's not. You don't understand?
Then explain. But you won't, because there is no good reason.
The dashcam's light blinked, marking another second of her silence.
I'm done. I won't let you fail me again. I'll find another way.
He shoved the door open, the cold night air rushing in.
Daichi,
He didn't turn back. The door slammed, sealing her in. Alone in the dark, her clipboard untouched, the weight of unspoken words filled the car. The dashcam's red light kept blinking, the only witness to what neither of them could say. The next morning, Daichi stood in the administrator's office, the same spot where they'd assigned him Misaki.
Good morning, Daichi. How can I help?
He had rehearsed the request, but it still felt like giving up.
I need to change instructors. Misaki's methods aren't working for me.
That's unusual. Misaki is our top instructor. Let me check your file. I'm sorry, but her assessments are binding. She flagged you for anxiety specialization and only she is qualified.
Qualified. The word stuck in his throat.
But I need to test sooner. My job.
Misaki scheduled your test herself. She's very invested in your case. I can't override her.
Invested. Another word that meant nothing. He turned and left, the system sealed around him. Evening found him at the dispatch desk again, Taku's face etched with concern.
They won't switch me. I'm stuck. Did you find anything else?
I cross-checked every student she ever taught. Her record is flawless, 100% pass rate.
Flawless. Except for me.
I checked for bias, bribes, family connections. Nothing. She's clean, she just wants you to fail.
That makes no sense. She's been almost kind. Why go through that if she just wants to hurt me?
This isn't random cruelty. It's focused. On you. Daichi, think. What if she's not trying to hurt you? What if she's trying to keep you?
Keep me? For what? I'm just a student who can't pass.
Maybe she doesn't want you to leave. The late nights, the personal questions, it's not normal instructing.
Could that be it? She's attached to me?
You need to talk to her again. Not to fight, to listen. That's the only way you'll get the truth.
Daichi stared at the blank scheduling screen, the weight of an answer he wasn't ready to hear pressing in. He went there that night, waiting beside the car, the dashcam's red glow a beacon in the dark. Misaki appeared, her silhouette dividing the parking lot lights.
I need the truth, the real reason, not more lies.
He opened the passenger door for her. She hesitated, then slid in. He settled into the driver's seat, the familiar distance between them.
You knew my job would transfer me. So why did you fail me? What are you so afraid of?
I was afraid.
She didn't look at him. The dashcam recorded the long pause.
The first month I looked up your file, your transfer request. I realized if you passed, you'd be gone. Out of prefecture. Out of my life. I didn't know how to ask you to stay. So I delayed.
You sabotaged me because you didn't want me to go?
I'm sorry, but I didn't want you to leave.
Daichi's breath caught. The whole thing had been a lie to keep him close.
She was just trying to keep me here?
I know it was wrong. I know I hurt you.
She covered her mouth, a sob escaping. She finally looked at him, eyes glistening.
But these nights, I couldn't bear them being just a memory.
Daichi's grip on the wheel loosened, the world tilting on a new axis. The dashcam's red light blinked once, as if marking the shift.
I need time.
Outside, the night pressed against the glass, and inside, the silence was no longer angry, just lost.
You should have told me. All those months, you never once thought to just be honest?
I was afraid you'd reject me, and I couldn't risk that.
Risk what? Losing a student? I don't understand.
Not losing a student. Losing you. You specifically.
Daichi stared out the windshield, the night a black void.
Why? Why me? I'm not special. I'm the guy who fails.
I saw your anxiety. I wanted to be the one to fix it. And then, I fell for you.
She fell for me. All that control, the late nights, it was her way of holding on. You couldn't have just asked? You had to sabotage my future?
I know. I was selfish. I just thought, maybe if I had more time, you'd see me differently.
See you differently? I saw you as the only person who believed I could drive. You were my hope.
Then let me be that again. Let me help you without the lies. I'll do anything.
Daichi exhaled, the air trembling. The offer hung between them like a fragile thread.
I don't know if I can trust you. I need to think alone.
Please, don't leave like last time.
I'm not leaving forever. I just need space.
He stepped out, the night air cold and sharp.
I need to figure out what I actually want. Not just the test, but us.
The dashcam recorded him walking away, its red light a steady heartbeat in the empty car.
I'll wait. I'll be here.
He didn't turn back, but his pace slowed. And in the car, Misaki clutched her clipboard, alone with the apology that hung unfinished. The next day, Daichi borrowed a friend's car and went to the empty lot.
I can do this. I remember everything she taught me.
But the moment he turned the key, his hands began to shake. He tried to merge, but a car honked. He panicked, swerving toward the curb.
I almost hit it. I can't even drive alone.
That evening, Daichi walked to the driving school, the familiar car waiting under the streetlight. Misaki was leaning against the hood, her silhouette tense, but she straightened when she saw him.
You came back.
I tried to drive alone. I nearly crashed. I can't pass without you.
What are you saying?
I want to continue lessons. But on my terms. No more sabotage. You train me honestly and I'll pass this time.
She studied him, the clipboard between them a quiet reminder of the past.
And after?
After I pass, I'll move for the job. But I'll come back to visit, I promise.
You'd visit me?
Yes, if you really care, then prove it by letting me go.
She was silent for a moment, then she nodded.
I'll train you, honestly, this time. But don't break that promise.
I won't.
They got into the car, the dashcam blinking on. The training resumed. Days became a rhythm of headlights and brake tests, the dashcam recording every silent improvement.
Again, the quicker you react, the less you fear.
She no longer hid her methods. Each correction carried a deliberate care.
My hands aren't shaking, even in the tightest parallel park.
That night, they sat in the parked car, engine off, the streetlight painting them in amber.
I used to be afraid of driving too. After an accident in high school.
You? But you're so confident behind the wheel.
Confidence is just fear that's been trained. I wanted to seem invincible for you.
You were protecting me from your own fear?
That honesty cemented something between them. Trust, perhaps, but something more that neither named. The next mock exam began under a sudden downpour, rain streaking the windshield.
The wipers are loud, but my hands are steady. I can do this.
He drove through the wet cones without a single error. Misaki said nothing until the very end.
You're ready. That was flawless.
So, the real test?
Next week? I'll schedule it myself.
Next week. This is really it.
They sat in the silent car. Rain streaming down the windshield, the dashcam recording the pause before the end.
No more sabotage, right?
None. I promise. Go pass.
I will. And after, I'll come back.
You'd better.
The dashcam's red light blinked steadily, as if counting down the days. The morning of the real test, a cold sun rose over the course. Daichi sat in the driver's seat, an official examiner beside him.
Begin when you're ready.
Breathe. Misaki's voice is in my head. Trust the apex.
He navigated the course with a steadiness he'd never known, each turn a quiet victory.
Stop here. That concludes the examination.
A stamp. A paper handed over. Pass.
I passed? I passed!
He burst from the car, the certificate clutched to his chest. Across the lot, Misaki stood by the fence, watching. She didn't approach, just nodded once, a tear sliding down her cheek. That evening, they returned to the parked car, the dashcam blinking in its familiar rhythm.
You really did it. No tricks. Thank you.
I told you. I'd help you honestly.
A pause. She looked down at her clipboard, then back at him.
I applied for a position in your new city.
What?
Pass next month. I already did it.
Her words hung in the air, the dashcam's red eye marking the confession.
I couldn't let you go. Not after everything.
You're really coming with me?
She nodded, a laugh escaping through her tears.
She sabotaged me to keep me, and now she's following me.
The dashcam recorded their first real silence, not of anger, but of a new, shared beginning. Daichi stared at her, the words still hanging in the air. Then, unexpectedly, he let out a short laugh.
I was going to ask you to visit. I had this whole plan in my head.
You were?
Yeah, but I was too scared you'd say no, so I kept quiet.
I was scared you'd hate me if you ever found out.
I was angry, but I don't hate you. I think I understand now.
Her eyes glistened, hope breaking through the tears.
I don't hate you. I mean it.
I'm sorry.
I forgive you.
He reached over, his fingers brushing the clipboard until she set it aside.
I've felt something for you too. I just didn't know how to say it.
Daichi.
He took her hand, the dashcam's red light catching the careful movement.
No more games. If we're doing this, we're starting fresh. Together.
I started sabotaging you the moment I realized you'd leave. But I won't anymore. I promise, I'll only support you from now on. I'll chase you, not hold you back.
Then come with me. New city, new start, and no more secrets.
Okay, together.
She laced her fingers with his, the weight of months dissolving in the simple touch. The dashcam recorded two silhouettes, no longer distant, their hands a bridge between them. Outside the window, the streetlights flickered on. But inside, a new road lay ahead. And in the quiet of the car, they both finally smiled. Weeks later, the new city stretched under a soft spring sky, cherry blossoms drifting across the avenues. Daiichi's job had started, and the morning commute, once a terror, now felt like a quiet victory.
I never thought driving could feel this easy.
At the local driving school, Misaki's clipboard rested on a new desk, her nameplate shining under fluorescent lights.
Keep your eyes on the apex. Trust it.
She taught with the same precision, but now her day ended at a normal hour. They met on the cherry blossom street, petals catching in her hair.
You've got petals in your hair, like you're part of the spring.
Don't get poetic on me, Daichi.
She slid into the passenger seat, the familiar click of the seatbelt echoing the past.
You're driving. Show me.
Yes, ma'am.
The car moved smoothly into sunset traffic. Daichi's grip relaxed, his shoulders loose.
Look at you. No white knuckles. That's my student.
No more white knuckles, and no more secrets.
They drove along the river, the water reflecting the amber sky.
I chose this school because it had the best cherry blossom route.
Wait, you applied for a job based on the commute?
I chose it because it led to you.
Daichi didn't answer with words. His hand left the wheel and rested over hers. The neon lights of the city flickered on, but neither was in a hurry to get home. The car turned into a quiet apartment complex, cherry blossoms still clinging to the asphalt. Daichi pulled into their assigned spot, the engine humming its last note of the day. He put the car in park and let his hands drop from the wheel, a habit he no longer needed to brace.
You really are a good driver now.
I had a good teacher.
She unbuckled her seatbelt, but didn't move to get out. Outside, the cherry blossoms whispered against the windshield.
I used to dream about this. Just parking after a normal day. No secrets.
Took us a while to get here.
Worth it?
Every failed test.
She leaned her head against his shoulder, the clipboard finally absent. The dashcam's red light blinked in the corner, as steady as a heartbeat. They sat without speaking, the quiet filled with everything they once couldn't say. Outside, the streetlights glowed, and the cherry blossoms continued their slow descent. Inside the car, the dashcam recorded their shared stillness. It had recorded every argument, every confession, every turning point. Now it captured only peace, two people no longer fighting the road or each other. Daiichi's hand found hers again, a familiar anchor. The red light blinked once, twice. Then the camera cycled off, its memory full. Darkness filled the windshield, but inside, there was no rush to leave. Their journey had started with a plan to fail, but ended where all the right roads do. The dashcam's red light faded to black.